everybody. Today we're going to talk about something that everybody experiences at least once in their life. Crushes. I remember my first crush happened when I was about 4. It happened back when I was in Safety Town, and for those of you who don't know what Safety Town is, it's when your parents send you to a summer program where they teach you all the safety precautions that you need to know, like who to call in case of an emergency. Spoiler alert, it's not the Ghostbusters. So, I remember my mom asking me, "What is it about this kid that you like so much, sweetie?" And I remember telling her, "Well, Mom, it's because he smells like dirt."
It's because he smells like dirt.
My first real big crush, which we will refer to as Steve. Steve was in my English class in 7th grade, and I had a really, really big crush on him. Now, when everyone's in middle school, they're all pretty much insecure and going through their awkward phase and, learning how crushes work. Even though Steve sat right next to me, he made me really, really nervous because he looked a lot like Patrick Stump. My teacher decided that we would share, a gift that we had received in the past that maybe after a while we stopped appreciating as much as we did. I just really wanted to impress everybody and mention that I had a trampoline. So, of course, I said, I don't appreciate my trampoline as much anymore. And Steve turned to me and said,
"That's so cool. I wish I had a trampoline."
"Oh my God, he loves me." And then I remember my friends asking me who I had a crush on, and I told them I have a crush on Steve. And they had no idea who Steve from English class was, and they were in my English class. So they had known everybody that was there. Insisted there's no Steve in our English class, and they named like 8 different Steves in the school, and it was not a single one of them. I remember my teacher being super lazy and always wanting us to hand back all the papers that she had graded, and that the day that she decided it was my turn, I came across a paper that was a name I did not recognize and asked her, "Is he here today? Because I don't see him." "Sherron, don't be silly, he sits right next to you." Then I put 2 and 2 together and realized Steve's name was not Steve. I had went this entire year calling this kid Steve to his face. And never once did he correct me. He responded to Steve. So that's on him, not me. It's a little bit on me. I should have learned his name. My second major crush happened when I was in high school, and he was a grade above me, and he was the definition of tall, dark, and handsome, okay? I just thought he was really cool because he was like a musician, and, we had a lot in common, and I remember going home and adding him on MySpace. That is always a big mistake. So, I remember back when MySpace was cool, there were like little widgets that you could add to your profile page, like, a Twitter app, or there was this one that they had added called the Truth Box, and anonymously or non-anonymously send you a comment or question or flirty smiley faces. I decided to send crush number 2 flirty smiley faces. I'm the pro at flirting, obviously. That blew up in my face because after that he posted a bulletin freaking out saying, "Who keeps sending me these smiley faces? What kind of cruel joke is this?" So I then sent him a comment saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I sent you a smiley face. I just thought you were really cute." That also blew up on his bulletin board because then he started freaking out thinking that it was somebody pulling some kind of mean prank on him. Who is doing this? Show yourself. I was petrified. I was ready to... I was convinced he was going to figure out who it was, or that there was some kind of way to debug the Truth Box so that way they could anonymously find you. So I was really scared, and I remember trying to communicate through him, still anonymously, telling him, I had never actually hung out with you before, but we have mutual friends, and I just thought you were really cute, and I just thought you should know that I thought you were really cute. And he started freaking out still, trying to get to the bottom of it, and he kept calling me the smiley face bandit, and I was terrified of him finding out who I was because back when you were online, it would say online now underneath your profile picture, and it kept flashing, and this was like well after midnight. Actually, I think I might have left my page open all night so that way it would have seemed like I was up all night, or that I accidentally just left my page open so that way, he wouldn't know it was me. But luckily he never found out it was me But if, I mean, somehow, by some weird coincidence, you're watching this now, crush number 2, I was a smiley face bandit, and I'm only kind of sorry. Following the whole smiley face bandit fiasco, I became friends with this guy. For anyone out there that doesn't know what a raspberry is, it's when your mouth comes into contact with skin and you blow really hard. And that sounds really dirty. It is a lot more innocent than that. Not entirely innocent, but a lot more innocent than that. It's just, you know, like, that's a raspberry. I love giving hugs. I like to think that I'm really, really good at giving hugs. But when you're 5 foot even and your friend is well over 6 feet tall, it is probably a bad idea to try to hug them around the neck. I went to go hug my friend while being 5 foot even and him being well over 6 feet tall. And I remember that he hugged me around the waist, so where did my arms have left to go? His neck. Well, when I put my arms around his neck, my face ended up burrowing into his neck. And when I am in really awkward situations, I laugh. So what did I do? I laughed. So I ended up laughing into his neck and raspberrying him on the neck, which was possibly the most embarrassing thing I could have done. He pushed me away, looked me dead in the face and said, "That was really awkward." No doubt that was awkward. I accidentally raspberried your neck. You don't even know that I like you and I just raspberried you on the neck. Those are some of my most embarrassing crush stories. So I hope, you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, favorite it, subscribe to our channel, maybe send it to your crush. Don't do that. That would be awkward. Bye guys, and don't forget to stay super kawaii. I did not have a crush on him anymore, but the phone's ringing. I hope it's FedEx. It is not FedEx. Okay.